The Brothers of Liberty, here to remind you what true freedom is.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Liberty with the older brother Kelton here. Oh, with all the topics pouring through and stuff, today we'll be focusing on Russia and China. Now, I know everybody's been talking about Russia lately with their troop buildup on Ukraine border, but no, and some people's talked about the Chinese and Russian alliance, but let's see how deep it really goes. Taking through a few articles here, and it's funny, not too many mainstream articles except for CNBC, which states that China and Russia show solidarity, but not likely will support each other militarily. That's what an analyst said. Um, kind of beg to differ on that because of the recent events that's been happening, not just in the past year or 2 years, but in the past 10 years. You see, a lot of people don't know this, but 10 years ago, um, Russia and China actually started having naval drills together. Um, and October marked the 10th anniversary of those naval drills. Now, according what they do is they strengthen combat capabilities in case of seaborne threats. I don't think pirates are going to attack aircraft carriers, so what kind of threats could they be talking about? One makes you wonder, right? And of course, you have the ZPAD interaction that happened in August in a region of China. I'm not even going to try to pronounce those words. I'm not Chinese, sorry. But China was using about 80% of their equipment was new. They were working on a network to connect aircraft, artillery, and armored vehicles in the battlefield. And Russians were using the Chinese equipment. And in one exercise, the Russians were under Chinese command. Now, according to the article, there was supposed to be an exercise in September between with Russia, Belarus, and China. Now, I did confirm that there was an exercise with Russia and Belarus with over 200,000 troops, but there was no confirmation if Chinese troops were involved in September. But that's when they said it was supposed to happen. One leads you to believe, why would China go all the way to East Europe if they're not going to support each other militarily? Everybody knows China's been in the news too with Taiwan and increasing their flights over Taiwan. Um, Russia's increasing troops in Ukraine. And this is all because of Sleepy Joe. They know he's not going to do nothing. When he first came in office, he closed down American pipeline, but told Russia, hey, we'll take away the sanction, you can build yours. Yeah. So the talks on January 10th between U.S. and Russia is probably going to be something similar to that effect. I said what I said. Deal with it. Um, and in the past 2 years, they've signed multiple agreements. In the past year, they've actually strengthened their political, economic, and military relations. In fact, one analyst said that two-way relations have been the strongest since the 1950s, right during the Cold War, right? They resent the West. And there's actually listed, from what I could find, I couldn't find all of them, but in multiple articles it say that there has been 5 joint military exercises made public to date. Those are the ones that are made public. So now with all that in hand, are we looking at another Cold War? Are we looking at World War III? Because it seems that Russia is poised to go and invade Ukraine. They want they don't want Ukraine to be part of NATO, and they want NATO to pretty much give up its weapons. China's already always laid claim to Taiwan, and now they seem to be doing more about it, flying more jets over and things like that. And how about the rest of the world? There's there's protests going on in the country Georgia, Kazakhstan. There's protest. The president had to declare a state of emergency, where the military came in, and there's video where the military is actually leaving from the people. So I wonder if Kazakhstan going to ask for Russian help, and all of a sudden become another satellite nation again. Same with Georgia and the forceful invasion of Ukraine. One can only watch and see how events unfold in the next few months, if it even takes that long. And I'll be here if all the naysayers saying you're just conspiracy theory. If it does happen, I'll be here and be the first one to say, "Told you so." But hey, that's just my opinion. What's your opinion? Like, share, subscribe. Pardon me. But like, share, subscribe. And if you have any topics you wanted to discuss, Brothers of Liberty 76 at gmail.com. We'll love to hear from you. And once again, this is the older brother Liberty reminding you what true freedom is and ought to be.